Welcome back to Tip TV Finance. My name's Charlie Burton. Today I'm interviewing an independent day trader, Adeel Shah. Adeel, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Charlie. Great to be here.
Great stuff. So Adeel, tell us a little bit about your background. How did you get, was your career,
Yeah.
and how did you get involved in trading initially?
Sure. Well, I started, obviously, I was working for a law firm in facilities, and then I switched to being a corporate commercial paralegal. And basically I decided I didn't want to do that anymore and decided I'll switch over to trading. That was later on, but where I first got involved is I was always interested in stocks and shares. So I signed up to Financial Magazine just to get some more education, and found I became quite interested in the fundamental side of things and analysing things, etc. Then signed up to a share tipping service, if you like.
Yeah.
Didn't take any of their tips.
Why was that at that time? You just weren't ready, or?
Yeah, I didn't think I was ready, and I just wasn't convinced by some of the companies, and I also wanted to make income on the side. And I quickly realised that if I'm going to invest in stocks and shares, you need to have a much longer time horizon. And that just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And so I quite quickly cancelled that service and carried on reading my magazine, and stumbled across a spread betting pamphlet once. They'd done a booklet in there all about it, the risk, what it is, and I thought, wow, this is interesting. Obviously I'd never seen it before. Saw a poster once years ago when I was at university and wondered, what's that? So I knew about betting, but spread betting, I had no idea. So I read that, and it piqued my interest. So, okay, let's do some more sort of research. I did research for quite a while. And then I purchased a very simple trading program online, which was really simple, based on moving average, crossover, on daily and weekly charts. Got that, promptly decided not to follow any of it. Decided just to make up my own mind about what value I think things should be.
Okay.
And subsequently my trading count was down about 65% very quickly.
Okay, so because you put only a small amount into your initial trading account, didn't you?
Yeah, I put £1,000.
Okay, so how did you go down 65%? You must have been over leveraged, or?
Yeah, massively.
Right, okay. Without realising, or did you realise what you were doing at the time, or was it more
I don't think I did. And because it was such a low amount, it was a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
So it's only £1,000.
Yeah.
I wasted thousands on something silly like clothes before.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
If I lose it, I lose it. I might learn something.
Yeah.
And I just started putting on positions, not realising that even at a pounder point, I'm way over leveraged.
Yeah.
Simply because of my stop levels.
Well, yeah, because you know, pound a point and you've got a 50-point stop, one trade, that's 50 quid gone.
Yeah.
Very quickly you can be down.
Yeah. So it didn't work so well. I remember at the time, obviously, we were discussing earlier, I was the biggest dollar bull in town.
Okay. So what time was this? Where
this
are we
was
talking
about? It's about May, June 2014.
14, right, okay. Yep.
And obviously the dollar was down against most things at that time from memory. I think it was obviously because of the QE, etc., and the easy monetary policy, the dollar was weak, but that was slowly changing. You had the taper tantrum, etc., stuff like that coming, and you could see that currency markets are forward looking. So, you know, there's a lot of time you say, look, it's already priced in.
Yeah. And
obviously all these sort of things I didn't quite realise at the time. And I was just basically putting positions on. I looked at the pound and said, well, that's overvalued. So I'm going to short it. So that wasn't working so great. It took me a little bit of time to realise, hang on, look at the chart. It's in a big uptrend.
Yeah.
And subsequently, when I put a position on, I was actually long right at the end of the trend. And it wasn't working. And obviously, I said earlier, I'd also signed up by that time to another service to teach me technical analysis better.
Yeah.
And to turn out to be a mentee of yours.
Yeah.
And we were discussing it there. And they're saying, well, this is a bearish setup here. And obviously, I had a fundamental view that the dollar should be
stronger. Yeah.
But when I looked at the chart, I'd already been burnt, and then I traded against my view because the chart was in an uptrend.
Yeah.
And first and foremost, I was always a technical person, and I was sort of fundamental guy afterwards.
Okay.
So I thought, okay, I better switch back. And that was a losing position. And then because of what we discussed in the videos that I received, I thought, oh, it's set up. Now it's aligning with my fundamentals. I'm going to go short. So I put a short position on the euro and the pound, and they kind of instantly worked for me. And cut a long story short, I just let them run and run and run. And they ran for months. I was like,
Did you have an exit plan?
no,
Right, okay.
there was no exit plan.
But you did exit.
Yes,
Right. What was the reason at the time for the exit?
it's just a nice amount of money in my account.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
So I thought,
Okay.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
So it was just so silly because I took the money, even though I didn't want to. I still wanted to be like dollar bull.
Yeah.
But I thought this is a nice amount of money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bank it, and I'm going to open a new position, just so I've got the money.
Yeah.
And then promptly reversed on me by 300 pips.
Right.
And literally as I closed out,
It reversed again.
it reversed again.
Yeah. In your direction.
Yeah, and took another leg lower. And obviously, I was just saying, it took me 2 years to realize I thought I was a genius. I thought I've got these trading lucks, you know.
Because you were a dollar bull at that point, and the dollar just had that wonderful general run for a long period.
Yeah.
So you were justified in your view in that regard.
Yes, but it wasn't an all-round complete trade because I had no exit plan. It's just literally I'm bullish on the dollar. Got told to set up by someone else, because obviously that's what I felt I was paying for at the time,
Yeah.
for guidance,
Yeah.
for technical analysis. And when they showed me, I thought, well, it's just lining up now. And I went in. But I think a large element of the rest of it was definitely luck. And obviously it took me 2 years to realize that. Because in a really strong trending market, I personally believe that anyone can make money. But it's when the easy money's gone and then it starts doing other things, consolidation or, starting to move up, and then, do you know when to get out? Are you analyzing the charts properly? And I had to be honest with myself and realize that I wasn't doing any of that.
Yeah.
But I subsequently, in the months following, got into other positions, short the Aussie against the US dollar as well, and that gave me a nice run as well.
Yeah.
But again, no real exit strategy.
Okay, so you got to this point where, you're trading. That's the main thing. You're trading. You got a bit of money. You made a little bit of money. Did you put some more money into your accounts at that point?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I did.
Just because you felt like, okay, maybe I can make some more money if I put more money in.
Yeah, so what happened is the original account put £1,000 in and then was down 65%. I took a step back and just started being more patient. Mm-hmm. But I was still a dollar bull. But I was sort of now starting to look for actual setups more. So obviously my technical analysis was getting better through the service I was using. And I thought, right, I need to be better now. And took a step back, and I managed to get all that loss back and double the account.
That's brilliant.
So yeah. I was shocked myself because I'd seen the stats.
Yeah.
So I was fully expecting that the 65% to turn into 100% and just think, well, that £1,000 gone. But taking a step back and just analysing and taking it slowly, because I wasn't a day trader at that time. So it was okay for me to take a step back. And one good thing I had was patience, because, I'd let positions run. As long as the account was ticking up, I was quite comfortable. And then obviously I thought, well, I'm a real genius now. I've just got that back, doubled the account. I'm going to open another account. So then I opened another account with quite a bit more.
Yep.
And took some positions in that, which worked out. But then I started trading more things. So I started trading oil and sort of indices and things like that. And I did okay. And then I left the indices for a while because I didn't start. I started doing not so well on the indices, so I thought, well, I'm going to leave that.
Plays your strengths.
Yeah. I wasn't doing that great on the indices, and I always liked the currencies. Because I got into a time when they were really moving, and I thought, well, it's true, currencies really move.
Yeah.
But subsequently, a few years later, I realized, no, they don't always move, and actually can be quite quiet at times.
Yeah.
They can, for months, they can maybe not move a huge amount. They might range on the daily, big range, but they won't trend forever. So then I had 2 accounts, was working and trading on the side and making some money.
Great. Okay, let's just hold it just there for a minute. We're going to end this part. This is the end of part 1, and we'll come back with part 2 shortly.